Adoration was a Zoe-packed episode in which revealed her feelings towards Marinette, and was even the reasoning why Adrianette was this close to kissing. Spoiler alert, someone got in the way of that. This episode heavily revolves around Marinette and Zoe preparing and planning on organizing the school dance because in just 2 weeks, the school year will be over. Something that was brought up throughout this episode is how this year would be the last for the 9th graders, meaning that Marinette and everyone else in her class will no longer be attending Francois DuPont as of next year. This likely means that in Season 6, we can expect for the students to be in a completely new school environment. With this task also came the obstacle of Chloe and Lila. However, I think Zoe really considered both Marinette and Plag's advice, seeing as she was able to stick up for herself and Marinette against Chloe. This led to Chloe becoming even more frustrated, which is when we see Lila over and spark the idea of purposely akumatizing Sabrina by threatening her position as Chloe's friend. Throughout the episodes this season, I find myself saying this more and more, and it's that I really do believe Sabrina will change for the better by the end of this season. Not only has her change in emotions become more obvious, but one of the biggest foreshadowing moments this season is through the revelation end card, where we can see her not standing next to Chloe, but with the rest of her classmates who ultimately are siding with Marinette and Adrian. While Sabrina would go on to be akumatized into Vanisher because of Chloe, she did still help in assisting her and Lila's plan into framing Marinette, which ultimately doesn't last too long after Chloe goes to throw a few flowers, which would go to land on Vanisher and catch Marinette's eye. Considering the amount of discussion around this upcoming school dance, I already have my hopes up that it'll be something we can expect to see by the end of this season or early next season, and if so, then we might just get to see Marinette also wear this new dress she's been designing. And so as we make our way towards the end of this episode, not only do we get to see Zoe's confession to Marinette, but as well as Marinette's to Adrian. I really love that even with Marinette not having the same feelings towards Zoe, that the two can continue being the best friends that they are, as seen in the end of this episode and seen at the beginning of the following episode, Emotion. Because of Zoe, Marinette gathered the courage to stall no more and rushed over to Adrian's, where without hesitation, she told him exactly how she felt and that she loved him. And as they both leaned in to kiss one another, Gabriel stopped them from afar. This was a really awkward moment because Adrian couldn't explain why he physically was forced to stop himself, and this constantly brings up the question when it is he and Marinette will begin catching on to this behavior and soon enough begin suspecting that he's a senti-monster. Now, as awful as that was, I can't help but laugh after I rewatch this scene because this man literally appears from the abyss with no explanation and just says, "No. I'd like to know who asked for your opinion, Gabriel." Which reminds me, while it was just crumbs, we got to see yet another Slay Natalie moment where she goes to test his patience in the kitchen during this scene, and how cute is it that even the bodyguard is now having a chance on being in on the lunch. And so as always, what did you guys think of this episode? We have 2 new episodes airing on the 16th of April from Teifu, and those being episodes 13 and 14, Migration and Derision, but as always, with that kind of a time gap, I wouldn't be surprised if Gloob ended up airing them first. I am hyped for these episodes to be airing and hoping for that gap of unreleased episodes this season to gradually become smaller. Be sure to let me know your thoughts and theories down below and subscribe so you never miss the tea on the show you love, and I'll see you guys in the next one.